Hey guys, it's Maisie and welcome back to another video. I haven't done a get ready with me in literally like forever. I want to say my last get ready with me might have been in the first lockdown. I honestly feel like that might have been the last time we did a get ready with me. So I thought that we should do another one today. So today my plan is literally just to get ready and film some content for YouTube and Instagram. So obviously I need to get my face done, and so I thought that I may as well film it and do a little chatty video whilst we're here. And I've seen this true or false thing going around on Instagram, so I asked for some questions. I'll be answering some of them questions whilst I'm doing my makeup. Let's get in to the video. I've zoomed you all in a bit. Oh, I love my hair when it's freshly like washed out the shower. It's so pretty. I'm doing a photo for my Instagram page today. And I want to be like, I want it to have like Effie Stoner vibes. So I'm going to go for like a dark eye. Oh, mysterious. Honestly, one of the worst things about makeup, like the one thing I hate doing is always putting the foundation on. There's just something about it that it just doesn't satisfy me. Like, I love doing highlight because it's glittery. I like doing contour because you see your face get 2 years old. Just something about foundation and concealer that just doesn't like, I don't know, I just don't enjoy it as much. When I found out that because this is the L'Oreal Infallible concealer, and when it first was released, I am looking in my mirror because my big mirror on my dressing table is behind. That's why my eyes are like over here and not looking at you guys. Because when I did my first ever testing like the L'Oreal Infallible makeup range, when it first came out, the concealer was in like a small round pot and it was such full coverage, and obviously it's still quite good full coverage, but I just preferred it when it was in the pot. You could imagine my reaction when I found out that it was no longer in a pot. Bear in mind, I was walking around Superdrug looking for this foundation that was in a pot. It took me about 20 minutes because I then realised that they changed it to a tube. I was disappointed to say the least, and I wasted 20 minutes trying to find a round circle which was no longer a round circle, so that was that. But to be fair, I've not used any concealer since. I used to use the Maybelline Fit Me, and I used to use the Collection Lasting Perfection just because everyone used to use it. But when the L'Oreal Infallible came out, that's what Maisie stuck to. Eyebrows. I really need to get a new, what's it called? I need to get a new clear brow gel. This one is practically empty. And it also stinks. Like, it's just, I think it's just because, I don't know, there's something about it. I just don't know why it smells. I don't really enjoy doing my eyebrows either. Just because it stresses me out on having to get them even. And plus I have really big bushy eyebrows. No, this is it done, this is it not done. I have big bushy eyebrows as it is. So it's not really like I even shape them. I literally just put more colour in. I don't actually question, why do I do my eyebrow? That really is something, I don't know. I think it's because when I have a full face of makeup and I don't do them, it just looks a bit weird. It just looks like I forgot to do them. So onto contour. What I actually use for my contour nowadays is Hoola Benefit, and then I also use my Natural Face kit by Too Faced. Oh, I love it. I contour with the Hoola, and then I just take this shade here called Sunny Honey. Oh, beautiful name. As you can tell, it's very used. And I use that to bronze it with it. And then I use this glittery bronzer here called Tropic Like It's Hot. Tropic Like It's Hot. Tropic Like It's Hot. Quite cute name. Just to add a bit of glitter, add a bit more depth to it. And honestly, it turns out quite nice. But I think that's because I have quite like a tanned skin tone anyway. So it just adds like a nice little summer. Even the dark one, Tropic Like It's Hot, is like dark. Like, you have to be careful because that can go really muddy very quickly, and that's not what we want. Right, onto the questions, ladies and gentlemen. My first question is, True or false, you want a boyfriend? Everybody always asks me this question. I feel like nowadays it's such a thing, like whenever you meet someone new, it's always, so have you got a boyfriend, you got a girlfriend, you want anyone? I don't know why, it's always the first question that people always sort of ask when you know someone. Right now, I would probably say not particularly. If like the right person came along and they put in the effort and, you know, they were like persistent and all that jazz, I think I'd be like, okay, I'd weigh it up, and obviously like how much I sort of like them back or whatever. But I'm not like going out of my way to look for anybody, because I am sort of wanting to focus on myself this year. I just want to like hustle, get my YouTube and Instagram going, start some new things. I've got a few things I want to do, and a few goals and plans that I want to achieve, so I just don't really want anybody coming in between that, because I'm one of them people, I'm one of them girls where if they're with a boyfriend, like they have a boyfriend, they are like 200%, and they sort of lose themselves because of them, and they rely on them too much. So I'm sort of trying to work on myself at the moment and teach myself happiness within myself and not finding it in other people, i.e. a boyfriend, because I do struggle with that sort of stuff quite a bit. So I just sort of want to focus on myself right now, hustle, get some dollar, and just sort of live my life. Like, I think people sort of forget, because I feel like nowadays it's such a, you need to be with someone, like it's sort of like the standard nowadays. But you've got to remember, like I'm 18 years old, and obviously with COVID it's not like I've been able to go out, party, club, go on holidays or whatever because of COVID. I won't be able to like properly experience that sort of stuff until like the summer, and probably like properly until like next year when I'm actually going to be 19 by then. So I just sort of want to live my life a bit and experience the world before I even sort of think about getting with somebody to sort of have sort of like a future with or anything like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have somebody with me to share things with and stuff, but I also just want to do me and just travel and do what I want to do, really. If it came to it, like if the right person came along, I wouldn't turn it down, but I'm not going to actively go out looking for it. That's the answer to the question, really. You can't forget blush. Oh my god, I use the blush within this kit, and I use the dark one here called Pink Sand, and then I use a little, and I mean a little bit, of Pink Wink because it's so vibrant. Next question is it true that you hate most of the population of your hometown? Yes and no. I've just had a lot of bad experiences with people in this town, but that's it, really. I've just had bad experiences, but I don't brand everyone as the same. I just would prefer not to be in this town personally, but you know, it's one of them. When I get enough money, I'll move away, but until then it is what it is. But it's definitely, I don't hate, hate's a strong word, I don't hate the majority of people in this town. It's just that I just would say I just don't trust a lot of people in this town. I think it's because it's a very small town, and I just don't, word gets around very quickly, and gossip gets around very quickly because it's a small town. There's nothing really to do other than gossip about people's lives. So for that matter, I wouldn't say I hate everybody in this town. I would just say that I just don't really trust them because of things that has happened in the past. So yeah, am I gonna get cancelled because I'm using the James Charles palette? James Charles, sisters, you're right, sisters. I haven't watched any of his videos in like a year. I just don't really like him anymore. It's not like I don't like him as a person, I just don't like his content. Like, his content just isn't something that I'd watch now, but I would have like a year ago. If you get me, you get me, you get me. But like a nude over my eye, just to like give myself something to work with, because if I just go in with all black, I will actually end up crying. Next question. True or false? Is it true that you're happy where you are right now? Am I happy when we're in lockdown? Absolutely not. Would I rather be out clubbing? Absolutely, but we put that beside us, right guys? I'm happy. I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't know how to answer that question. I guess I sort of am. I mean, I'm happier than I was a few months ago. Yeah, I'd say on that, I'm happier than I was a few months ago, but as Wes Nelson used to say in Love Island, I'm happy, but I could be happier. I just take this black shade here from the James Charles palette. And what's the shade name? It's called Spooky. I feel like dark eyes like make my eyes pop because I have brown eyes. The next two questions are like sort of the same, but they're not the same. The first one is it true that you get drunk way too often? No, that isn't true. I only do it on Fridays and the odd Saturday. Thank you very much. But in lockdown, a bit of a different kettle of fish. And the next one is, you're a lightweight. I personally wouldn't say I'm a lightweight, but I feel like if you spoke to my friends, they'd be like, yeah, she's a lightweight. To be fair, I've never ever thrown up from drinking. Like, I never have. But then again, I have a really, really bad phobia of sick, and I'm really good at being able to control it. Taught myself that. I've never thrown up from drink, but I have been at the point where I'm like over the toilet gagging, but nothing's ever come up. So therefore I've never actually been sick. My go-to drinks on a night out are like either Gordon's like dry gin with lemonade or vodka with lemonade. And obviously if I'm going for like cocktails, it'll be either Sex on the Beach or Porn Star Martini, which aren't exactly like heavy drinks, and plus I do like a good peach schnapps every now and again. But then if it's like a festival or a concert or something like that in the summer, it's more like Strongbow dark fruits. Yeah, now thinking about it, I suppose you could say I drink the hard stuff because I do have vodka, but I wouldn't say I'm a lightweight. Like if I'm going out on like a Friday night, I'd have like 7 to 8 double vodka and lemonades, and then I'm drunk. Which I feel like that isn't too bad, you know. I wouldn't say that's a lightweight at all. Basically, like guys, if you didn't know already, Effie Stoneham is my favourite character from Squints. I love Effie Stoneham. The vibe she gives off, she's so mysterious. A little bit like Wednesday Addams right now. My final question of the day, of the video, of my true or false is, you've been to many concerts? That is in fact correct. I sort of lose track of how many I've been to at this point. Mate, that is so thin. I don't know how I've managed that. Oh my god, it looks good. I'm proud. Oh my god, Macy's makeup skills really did come out to play today. Concerts I've been to, my first ever concert was Miley Cyrus, and then I've been to about 5 or 6 Bars and Melody ones. I went to one of the Tide. I think I went to a New Hope Club one at one point actually. I've seen the Vamps 5 times. I was in Shawn Mendes, Justin Bieber, Demi Lovato. I've seen the 1975 twice. Youngblood. I want to say that might well be it. And then obviously I've also been to Hello World and MagCon. And I used to be one of them little fangirls that used to go to like all the little like meet-up things. That was a time in my life. So yeah, when it comes to the concerts, I've been to quite a few. My eyes look bomb. Black eyes just do make you look very dark and mysterious, don't they? They look so pretty. Fenty Beauty highlighter. Which one? This is, so we've got the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I brought this when I was on holiday in Barcelona. Is that the last holiday I went on abroad? Yeah, it was. That was when I brought it, and I quite literally fell in love with it. Whenever I do like a dark makeup look, I always like to do an icy cold highlight with it, which is why I use this Fenty one, because it's like ice cold. Usually I just use even my, what's it called, Ciate London Stardust one, and it's beautiful because it's literally like my skin tone. So it's just like golden and it's gorgeous. My favourite lip duo at the moment is this. So I use the Avon True Colour lip liner in the shade Nude, and then just Velvet Teddy MAC lipstick. Who doesn't love a cheeky MAC lipstick, especially Velvet Teddy? Like, what a dream, what a dream. I like, when I have a dark like eye, I like to keep the nudes quite light and neutral. I feel like lip liners just always make your lips look so much more fuller. Gives you that illusion. I don't like to overline them because I've got like nice-ish lips anyway. So that is the finished makeup look. I'm going to zoom you in for a bit. Does it look cute? I'm going to put all my hair to one side like that because I feel like it looks so like... I feel like it looks... When I look like this, I look very intimidating, but I also feel like I look very punk rockish. I like the vibes, I like the vibes. So, if you've enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe to me if you haven't already. And you can follow all my social media, it'll be on screen at the end. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye!